Hello and welcome. My name is Madeleine and I have a 30-minute strength and body weight class planned for you. All you're gonna need is a sturdy chair. We're gonna be doing the workout mostly in the chair, although we will do one exercise, maybe standing up. How about an exercise tubing? It's resistant, so it helps strengthen our muscles because it creates a little more resistance with some of the exercises. We won't use them for all the exercises, so don't worry. And if you don't have one, don't worry. Guess what? Just moving with me makes me very happy. Okay, water close by so you can stay hydrated. Have a seat. Be sitting up very tall in your chair, not leaning back, but just very tall. I am setting our timer and it is going. Let's start by warming up our lower body, then we'll work to the upper body. So extend right leg, left leg. Do it again. Now instead of extending forward, take it to the side. Out and in. Out. I want you to notice something. As I extend my leg out to the side, my body, my torso moves towards the opposite direction. That's gonna create a little bit of work for my torso. Give me 4 more like this. 4, can you see that? Are you feeling it too? Last 2. Let's go back to the first move. Extend forward. So you extend, now to the side, out, out. Let's do that again. Extend forward. So you're warming up these muscles here and warming up our hips. Bring your right knee up towards your chest. So go up and down. And this is now going to focus a little bit on the hips. Can you see how I'm using my hands? Using my hands helps me lift the knee a little higher and allows me to get a little more range of motion in the hips. Extend forward. Here we go. Front and side. I almost didn't get that cue in, right? Now give me the knee lift. Here we go. Up and down and up and down. All right, march in place. Just march the feet. You feeling your legs warm up a little bit? Give me 8 more marches. Go 8, 7, 6, and then we'll go through all those moves just one more time. Right leg extends forward. Right, now left. Now take it side. Other side. Right knee, up, left knee, up. Now march. And march, march, march. Let's add some arms. Keep the marches going and reach forward. As you reach your arms forward, check to make sure your thumbs are up. You're moving your arms, you're moving your legs, and you're feeling your abdominals brace. So that's what's helping you sit up tall. Give me 2 more, and keep the feet going, but arms go side. Here we go. Out and in, and out. It feels good to be moving, doesn't it? Give me 4 more to the side. 4. And then just like we did with the legs where we kind of put the moves together, let's do it with the arms. Arms reach forward. Forward, now side. I want you to be paying attention to your posture. So your arms are moving, your legs are moving, but your core is very much involved. Abs in, spine long and tall. 2 more. All right, let's give those legs a break. They're warm, right? Take your right arm overhead, stretch up, lower down. Now your left arm, up. We'll go a little bit quicker. Go up and down. Now you know what? This is a good time to talk about make this workout work for you. So if it bothers you to reach way up to the sky, keep your elbow bent and maybe just lift from the elbow. But can you see? I want movement happening in your torso. Last one. Stay here, roll your arms, roll. Go a little faster, little faster. That's it. Now arms reach forward, go front. Now side, out. Now right arm overhead, left arm follows. Now roll your arms, roll, roll. Let's try it with our feet, marching, go. Front, front, now side, out. Now right arm overhead, up, up. Now roll your arms, roll, 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 and give it a break. Throw that away. Little more movement, just introducing what I want you to be feeling and doing for your torso. You're gonna hinge forward and come all the way up, and then hinge back and come all the way up. Feet flat on the floor as you do it, forward and up. Now back. As you go back, you should feel these muscles activate. As you go forward, you should feel your back muscles activate. So these muscles are putting on the brakes. Now these muscles are putting on the brakes. Hold it upright, twist to the right, twist, center, now left, twist, center, twist again. So we did a pattern for our legs, we did a pattern of movement for our arms. Now we're gonna do a pattern of movement for our torso. Hinge forward, come up, now back, back, come up. Now twist, twist, and center, other side, twist. Let's do it one more time. Hinge forward, keep your spine long and tall, upright. Now engage your abdominals, come up, twist to the right, twist, one, and center, and left, and center. Oh, good work. All right, shoulders back and down. So now that our body is warmed up, you're ready to do a little bit of work. We're gonna target the back side of our body today. This is the posterior chain, all the muscles on the back of our body. Turn to the right, and as you do so, that's your left. All right, turn to your left. Place your hand on the back of your chair. Take this leg straight back. Hinge like we just practiced. The exercise is gonna target these muscles here in your hamstrings and your buttocks, the back side, all right? Now you can place your hand here for support if you need to, or you can just place your hand on your hip and lift your back foot up and down, up and down. So can you see how I lift? It's like I have a string attached to my heel and I'm trying to lift it all the way up to my buttocks. You try the same thing. Now I'm hinging forward. That's gonna give me a little more range of motion here. Hinge and lift. 4 more, go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ask yourself, where did you feel it? Did you feel it right here in the back of your leg? That's where I wanted you to feel it. Now let's feel it a little more in the buttocks. So hinge forward, lift that foot, but now push back. Like, you know, think of a donkey kicking, kick. That's why it's called a donkey kick. Kick and back and kick. But there is so much going on with the rest of my body. Abdominals pulled in, spine long and tall, and I have that squeeze happening in my buttocks. That's where I want you to feel it, but I want you to feel your whole body involved. Give me 4 more like this, go. 4, 3, last 2, this is it, last 1. Oh my goodness, shake it out, pull all the way up, take a little breather. Last exercise in this position, we're going to add a turnout. So see, try it. Imagine there's a string attached to the outside of your knee and it's lifting up and back. So the movement happens in the hip and it's right here in the top part of your buttocks that's doing that movement. Okay, so you hinge, turn out, and then lift and lower, and lift and lower. So we have hamstrings holding the knee bent. We have the buttocks doing the turnout and the lifting. All right, hang on. Are you feeling it? Give me 4 more. This is it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Whew. Okay, we're in this position. I don't want to pass up the opportunity to stretch our hip flexors. Our hip flexors are these muscles that are right here, and look, they get very short from all the sitting we do. So let's just squeeze your buttocks, squeeze like we just were when we were lifting the leg, and push your hip forward. Feel the stretch right there. You feel that? Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze your buttocks. So these are the muscles that are squeezing. These are the muscles that are stretching. Keep your chest lifted and you're breathing. Last one. Oh, yes. All right, let's go to the other side. So just release this stretch. Come all the way around. And let's get ourselves set up on this side. First things first, get your stabilizers, right? Your support. Hinge forward and lift and lower and lift. Now, so we all have different chairs, so it might be more comfortable to have your hands on the seat of the chair. It might be more comfortable to have it on the back of the chair. You just need something to support to keep your body still, up and down. Meanwhile, you're feeling it back here, right? Oh my goodness, give me 8 more, go. 8 and lower and lift. Now you want a little extra challenge. Don't let it drop to the floor. Lift, lower. Lift, just barely tap the floor. Last one. And relax, give it a little breather, shake it out. Moving up here to the buttocks. Get back into your hinge position, your abdominals engaged. Push back. This is the donkey kick, right? Back and. Can you see how my knee kind of goes forward and back? As it goes back, that's when I'm feeling it right where your buttocks and your hamstring meets. 8 more. 8, 7. Feel the squeeze, but as well, I want you to be feeling the rest of your body engaged. Your core muscles tight, your spine long. Last one, and give it a little breather, come up. So remember that turnout. So just practice it first, where that string is attached to the outside of your knee, and it goes out and back. Position back into the hinge. Tall, no scrunching, tall, 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 and go out, lift and lower, but turn out. So before we were just going straight back like a donkey kick, now there's that turnout. This just gets those muscles that rotate those hips. It's good to get this muscle area, this group, from different angles. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 4 more. 4, lift. 3, this is it. 2, 1, and yes, give it a little breather. Come up. Hip flexor stretch. Squeeze your buttocks. Pull your body up nice and tall. Pull your shoulders back. Squeeze the buttocks so that these muscles here lengthen. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. It's subtle. You squeeze your buttocks and it lengthens the front of the hip. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Come back to center. Let's do a very functional exercise that is going to be using the muscles that we just used. It's called sit to stand, and we've done it before. Actually, you probably do it every single day. You're going to hinge forward. That means move from the hips, keeping your torso nice and long, lifted chest. Push into your heels and hold, then lower and come up. Let's try it again. So you hinge, 1, push into your heels, then back to seated, come up. From the side, hinge, hold, keep your weight in your heels, lower, and come up. Stay there for a sec. We're going to go all the way to standing after we're in that hinge position. So watch me the first time. Hinge like we just did. A little bit off the seat. Now squeeze your buttocks to come all the way up. Hip flexors opening up, buttocks squeezing, and then we lower back down to seated. You're gonna try it with me this time, okay? Here we go. So you hinge, hold, squeeze your buttocks to come all the way up, abs in, hip flexor stretch, and then lower down again. Whew. You ready again? Here we go. Hinge. Tall, tall, tall. So we've taken all of the exercises we were just doing earlier and we're putting it into a very functional, very lifelike exercise. One more time, here we go. Hinge, Squeeze your buttocks, use this backside to lift you all the way up and then all the way down, and take a little breather. Whew. Okay, moving to our calves, because we only have 30 minutes, so we can't be dilly-dallying around. Lift just your heels, lift and lower, lift. Calves and shins, those muscles are super important for our walking and keeping ankle mobility and ankle strength. So this looks simple, right? But super important. You're gonna lift and lower those heels. Check your abs, shoulders back. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, remember in the very beginning, I said we're gonna have one exercise I want you to try standing. Well, this is the exercise. So we're gonna do our sit to stand. This time we're gonna stay standing, okay? Now listen, if it's more comfortable for you to stay seated in the chair, that's okay too. But we're gonna do our calf raises standing. So if you think you can do this, all the way into the hinge position, push into your heels, lift yourself all the way up, stay standing. Walk towards the side of your chair, either the right or the left side. Now it's gonna require a little bit of balance work, so I want you to have your stable chair right next to you. Yikes. I'm gonna pick that up, and we're gonna put it right there. All right, you're gonna do the heel lifts and lower, and lift, and lower. So this is a little more of a challenge than when we were sitting in the chair. You know why? Because I'm having to lift my whole body. Before, the chair was stabilizing, was holding a lot of my weight. But now my calves are having to lift my whole body up. Keep your hand on that chair for support. Lift, 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 and lower. We have 2 more. Only 2 more. Go as high as you can for this last one. Lift, lift, lift. Yes, hold here. Check your posture just before we sit down. Just like when we were sitting down, shoulders back and down, abdominals in. All right, back to sitting in your chair. Good work. Make sure before you sit down that you feel the edge of the chair right there in the back of your legs. And then, once you do that, have a seat. Whew. Okay, perfect. Time to move now. So we did a lot of good work for our lower body. Now let's move into the muscles of our back that are really important for posture. Here, I think I need to scoot over a little bit. So, hinge position like we did before, and then come all the way up. Hinge, and come all the way up. That's it. Hinge, come all the way up. Side view, you don't have to turn side. You hinge, come all the way up. What you don't want to see or feel is round, come all the way up. Okay, so you hinge, come all the way up. Perfect, stay here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, release. And again, squeeze. So this, you're finding those muscles right between your shoulder blades. Release. And squeeze. And release. Take a little breather. We're gonna do those 2 exercises together. So you hinge, squeeze, release, come upright. Abs engaged. Hinge, squeeze, release, come all the way up. Feel your spine long and tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades, release, come all the way up. One more time. Hinge, squeeze, release, come all the way up. Yes. All right, shake it out, take a little breather. Now would be a great time to take a sip of water if you think you need a little hydration. Next exercise, palms up, thumbs up, and you're gonna draw a big V. And you're trying to reach your arms out as long as you can. As the arms go up, I want you to imagine your shoulder blades pulling down and squeezing together. So the movement is up, up, down, down, up, up. You keep going. I'm gonna turn around so you can see, because what's really important is that your shoulder blades pull down and together. Couple more. Lift and lower. Can you see? Squeeze and pull together. 2 more. Squeeze and lower. Last one. Squeeze and lower. Good. Take a little breather and listen. We're going to hinge. As our arms go up, add a pull, as if we're pulling 2 very heavy cables. You're going to feel these muscles here, right here in the middle of your back. You're going to feel them engage, then release and come upright. Okay? You ready? Your abdominals in, hinge, arms up, squeeze to pull, reach back, come upright. Do it again. Hinge. So we're using all the muscles of your back in this exercise. Thumbs up, arms reach. As you hinge, pull down like you're pulling a very heavy cable, and then release. So the last thing I just want to mention while you're doing this exercise is to keep the back of your neck long. Remember, that's part of your spine as well, and you're trying to keep that spine in a very long line. 2 more, here we go. Hinge, pull, release, and lower. Last one. Hinge, pull, release, and lower. That's it. Okay. So these muscles also rotate our spine. So I want you to pull back. I want you to imagine you're pulling something very heavy, or think of a bow and arrow. You're going to rotate and engage these muscles we just activated, okay? So you pull, other side, pull, pull. There's a twist as you pull. Breathe. Last 8, 7, 6, count out loud with me, 5. Make sure you're feeling the rotation happening right here in the middle spine. Last one. Whew. And give it a little breather, shake it out. All right, time to pick up our exercise tubing. I don't know why mine keeps wanting to go to the floor. Before you use it, double check it. Make sure you don't see any little tears or anything, okay? I'm looking, it's all good. All right. So this is we're gonna use to get those postural muscles right between our shoulder blades. Put your right hand, hold on to the handle, and then loop around the band. Let's do the same thing with the left side. So you hold your handle and then loop. So you are essentially shortening the resistance tubing. Sit up tall. Now squeeze your shoulder blades, release. And again, squeeze, release. So your shoulder blades are squeezing. That's the action. Squeeze, release. Now open up as you squeeze. I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see. The arms go out, shoulder blades go together. Squeeze, release. Release. And again, I told you we were going to focus on that back side. 4 more. 4. And why, you ask? Because these muscles, it's really easy for these muscles to forget how to stay activated, right? We do and focus so much on the front of our body, right? We do all the knee lifting, but the back side is super important for posture and super important for balance. Okay, next exercise. Take your tubing and place it under your feet and right at the arch of your foot. So I don't want it on the ball of the foot, I want it right on the arch. Your hands are in the handle and you're gonna go into your hinge position like we did before, but watch, before you look down, loop it around the handle, loop. So I've shortened the tubing. Then I'm gonna walk or inch my fingers down the tubing a little more. That's gonna create the resistance I need. Chest lifted, spine long and tall in this hinged position that we've done earlier. Exhale and pull your elbows straight back. and then release and slowly lower. Do it again. Exhale, elbows back. Release and lower. It's like you're trying to put something in your pocket. So you're not going up to the ceiling with your elbows. You're going back with your elbows. Changing the pace, give me 3 counts up. Go up, 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 and then release. So you have 3 counts up, 1 count down. 3, 2, 1. Keep your elbows close to your waist, so we're not letting them flare out to the side. Not with this exercise. Chest lifted, and feel your spine long and tall. We have 2 more. Last one. Now it's going to be 1 count up. So hold, and then lower 3 counts. Hold. So you feel the different pacing? It's a quick and then a slow. And again, quick to position, and then you have to very slowly control the resistance. Up. 2 more. 1. Last one. And 8 singles, up and down. Here we go. 8. So if you're feeling right now the middle of your back, the back of the arms, the back of your shoulders, that is correct. Those are the muscles that are doing this action. So they should be getting tired. 4 more. 4, 3, keep your spine tall, keep your chest lifted, and give it a little breather. Whew. All right. 1 more exercise, and it's 2 moves that we've already done. It's a hinge, it's a pull, it's a release, and a lift. So we're essentially putting 2 moves together to create 1 move. So back to looping your band, walking it down a little bit, upright, abs in, shoulders back and down, hinge your body forward, hinge for 2, lift, lower, up for 2. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go. So you hinge, up, down, and upright. Try it again. Hinge, elbows or pulls, and lift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to do 2 pulls. And again, come upright, lift. Try it. Hinge, pull twice. Upright. Last time, go hinge. Pull, pull, lift, and relax. Oh, yes. Okay, guess what? You get to put this away. So you can put it just in the chair behind you, or just on the seat behind you, or mine likes to slip down, but we got just a couple of minutes here to do a couple of great stretches now for the backside, okay? So let's start with what it was the first exercise we did. We focused on the hamstring and buttocks, right? So that's what we're gonna focus on. So, sorry. Didn't know it was gonna make such a loud noise. Hamstring stretch. Your abdominals pulled in, your shoulder blades back and down, and you hinge forward. And guess what? Voila! You're feeling that stretch in the back of your leg, right? Try to get your knees straight. Try to lift your chest up, and try to push your tailbone to the wall behind you. And then come all the way up. Now lift this leg. Try to cross it over your left leg. And there's that stretch for the buttocks. So you should be feeling this in the back of your hip, your buttocks, chest lifted, hinge forward. I feel like we did a lot of hinging forward today, don't you? That's why we need to practice, because that's a really important position to protect our backs. All right, shake that low, those 2 stretches out. Let's do this side. Legs straight. Inhale, shoulders back, exhale, and hold. Ask yourself, where are you feeling it right now? If the answer is the back of the leg, correct. Ask yourself, are you breathing deeply? The answer is yes, correct. Come all the way up. Ask yourself, did you just enjoy yourself? Hopefully the answer is yes. Deep breath in, exhale. It's all, the number one thing we have to do is enjoy moving, because if we don't enjoy it, guess what? We're not gonna do it. So that's my hope for you, is that at least we strengthen our body a little bit, have fun doing it. Good work. Give this a break, okay? Take your left arm, scoot to the back of your chair, and reach it over to the outside of your right leg. Take your right hand to the back of the chair, and let's give yourself a nice twist, looking over your shoulder. Come back to center, other side. Back to center, big side reach. Other side, big side reach. We're done, yay! I wish I could give you a big hug and say good job. Have a great rest of your day. Come back and move with me.